Hey guys, it's Elbethium back with another boss guide for the First Berserker Khazan, and believe me, yet again it's going to be much easier, so you came to the right place. And you know how this goes. Before I think about asking you to click that like or subscribe button for me, please allow me a chance to earn that from you. With that being said, let's get in on this. And of course, a little bit of prep work, some fire resistance, vitality sphere is going to be essential. Now this is optional, concentrated water essence, checking this at one point may do some really good stuff. Now water enhancer also is going to be giving your weapon ice properties, and this is going to be actually slowing him down, and I found out of all the properties, this one really is the best. And the fight itself. Now, as many times I am gonna be pausing this and explaining everything that is happening. Now, right out of the gate, he is gonna start one of his most basic combos. Now here, you don't exactly need to parry, perfectly deflect every one of these, but it is recommended that you do, because once you do end up perfect deflect, you might stagger him like I did right here, and you proceed into just punishing him like this. You kind of get him into this staggered state and you just deplete his stamina. Now this is the part where you need to, just a sec, let's rewind here just a little bit. This is a part where you need to compare his stamina against yours. If you feel like you are gonna run out of stamina before he does, well, that is the time you kind of pop one of the skills. I usually use the crescent strike, and that gets him over the line so that I can indeed inflict that brutal attack on him. And this is pretty much going to be your first part of this whole boss fight. Now after that, you simply remove a little bit, and there are a few attacks we need to discuss. Now once you see him use the grapple, do not try to dodge, do not try to actually perfect deflect, always just hold the block button. Now this is one of his other basic attacks. Now here is one really tricky part. So he hits here, he rolls, and this hit from underneath, it's actually really tricky to deflect. So I recommend always just keep the block button pressed and try to deflect the upcoming next ones, because those are the ones that are gonna be ending up with him staggered, especially the last part of his combo. About halfway through his entire HP bar, he's going to be transitioning into his fire mode. He has this attack, and in this case you actually have two options. Put enough distance between you and him like I have done here, or simply stay close to him. This way you can dodge behind him, because the closer you are to the boss, the more narrow the cone of effect is, making it less likely to actually catch you. But it is this next attack, which is the reason why we want to have a lot of stamina in this fight. Simply start running to your left side, and then it ends with this grab attack. Now the reason this grab attack is very tricky is because it has such a long wind up, causing you to suffer by anticipation. If you feel like it is the correct time to dodge this, give yourself another split second and dodge then. And when you are dodging, dodge to the opposite side, in this case to the right. Always dodge away from the weapon. You can still dodge on this side, but the chances are you might actually get caught. This is another very tricky fire attack, and this one you have to run to the left side because of the arching nature of these projectiles. It gives you an extra split second to actually recuperate and dodge, and then he's gonna be jumping, and anytime you see him in the air, simply hold the button to block. You don't need to perfect deflect. Anytime you see him using the grapple hook, just hold down the button and simply do not try to deflect. Now anytime he has these projectiles shooting, especially the fire ones, it is a better idea to completely dodge them. Otherwise you risk building up flame. And this is the moment I chose to chuck that item at him. It didn't do a lot of good, but hey, any little bit counts. But the reason why you want to actually avoid those projectiles is because to actually make a meaningful impact on his own stamina, you need to catch a lot of them. And if you mess up, you risk getting exhausted. And that is the boss, guys. You have an answer to pretty much everything. Just remember, anytime you have a very devastating attack that you do not feel very comfortable just deflecting, always just hold the block button. It's better not to take damage, or at least a lot of it, and still live to fight more than just simply dying and all your progress being gone. As you see here, I am just simply blocking all of these really heavy attacks, and always remember, it's better to dodge the projectiles than to deflect those. Guys, that is the boss. I believe you got this, and just keep an eye out on that flame buildup. This is why we have the flame cleansing option as well, and you are gonna be victorious. Let me know in the comments, I believe in you, and I will be seeing you in the next one. Bye bye.